My name is Ostron Prime and welcome to the stream of Final Fantasy XIV. So, today we are going to do Endwalker's role quest, the final role quest. So, a bit warning here, a bit spoiler here. So, if anybody of you hasn't done it yet, I suggest you might skip this stream or, well, if you want, just stick around, but no spoiler, alright? So, we're gonna drive in and let's hope we get some story out of it. But personally, from overall Endwalker's role quest experience, I like Shadowbringer's role quest more from at the beginning till the end. Alright, so what we are going to do is we are going to go to Rajasthan. Yeah, I think I'll go as warrior. So how are you guys doing? Rajasthan. It's been hot here lately at my local, but last night we have a storm, rainstorm, which is kind of nice. It helps. Where is it? Oh, not this one. Right, this one. This is the overall of the role quest. So if you can see here, these guys are the representatives of each nations with their own role quest. But since I've completed, I will talk to this woman, Shirabat Snowbeater. So let's begin. Well, if it isn't Luna, all around good egg and champion of, well, the whole world, I suppose. Word travels fast, my friend. We heard all about your exploits defeating the blasphemies that plague the good people of Eorzea and Dolma. Sadly, there are other fell beasts that yet want for slaying, but fear not. Our efforts to bring them low proceed apace, and we've had naught but glad tidings from our allies. Perhaps the most surprising report came from Verlit, where soldiers, led by the infamous Black Wolf, fought alongside Alamigan troops for yet another hard-earned victory. Reports from Galimard, however, suggest another blasphemy threaten lurks in snows, and we received the petition for assistance. So we are going to Galimard, ladies and gents. Strange, don't you think? When the effects of the final days began to spread in earnest, we encountered a great many monsters in Galimard, but never a blasphemy. And to make matters worse, they said the Guardians who choose to remain and rebuild have begun transforming into yet more hideous creatures. Alright. From what I understand, it was you and your comrades who brought an end to the source of the final days. Is that right? Even so, it would appear its effects will linger a while longer. Oh, I see. So this is after the Endwalker. Okay. Until this malevolence influence on Akasa subsides, I dare say this won't be the last time we heard of such sightings. As for the blasphemy, we have reason to believe it is a great deal stronger than we've faced thus far. Your strength and experience will prove quite valuable. If you are willing to help, of course. Why, of course I help. Is it about considering not equipped to handle this threat? Okay, I'm not that sarcastic. So I'm gonna be blunt, I'm gonna be straight here. Truly, our contracts in Charlian will be thrilled to hear it. Though they did not explicitly request your presence, it was clear from the first they were hoping for it. Though, if I may be frank, I was not expecting Charlian of all places to be so concerned with the present state of Galimard. With their strict policies of non-intervention, perhaps we will find out the reason before this is all over. So I think from the trailer we'll see Master Fortunaut. So obviously he's been worrying about his children, Alfinod and Alice, they've been in Galamad for quite some time after the Endwalkers. So yeah. But inquiry for another time. I will not keep you any longer. Once you arrive in Galamad... Oh, excuse me? Alright, sorry about that. Once you arrive in Galamad, I should think the intelligence officer stationed there will be more than happy to appraise you of the situation. Alright, ladies and gents, we're going to Galamad. Yeah, we're just gonna... Oh, look at that. Look at the cost, ladies and gents. I think my pelt might hold the cold. Alright, where are they? There they are.
Luna! The Luna! It is an honor to have you with us, miss. I presume you have come to assist in our hunt for the blasphemy.
Yep, that's right.
Maxima and Lucia will be pleased to hear it, if you would come this way.
Right. I haven't seen these two for quite some time.
It is good to see you, Luna, though I wish it were under more fortuitous circumstance.
We were reluctant to call upon you, knowing you but recently returned from the far reaches of the heavens. But we are no less glad for your aid. Now then, I believe it's best if the man who first discovered this blasphemy explains the situation. Calling. He's here. Yep, it's Daddy.
Ah, Luna. Good.
We may forego introductions then. Thank you for answering our call for assistance. Master Fortunaut. As for the situation at hand, it concerned a joint effort between the Forum and the Loporrit to find new purpose for the moon. While there is no longer need for a vessel to evacuate the star, we believe the moon may yet prove of use to the people of Etheres. After much contemplation, a rather ingenious proposal was put forward to transform the moon into a repository of man's knowledge, an archive of hitherto unseen scale. Charlian has long had the honor of boasting incomparable repositories of the world's knowledge, but it is far from perfect. Should calamity befall us, natural or otherwise, the wisdom of ages we have long labored to preserve would be lost. But the moon is beyond any such risk. What's more, it is beyond the jurisdiction of any one nation. Thus did we consult the allied nations of Eosia, Far East, and Razathan. They agreed to assembling a survey team to take measure of the moon and its potential as a repository. But our plans for assessment were forestalled, however, by the presence of an entity we believe to be blasphemy in the Tower of Babel. Oh, it is still there? Flames of Garlean citizens transforming into monsters shortly after its discovery only gave further credence to our initial supposition. But we have not only ill tidings to share. Reinforcements have been dispatched to aid us in quelling the blasphemy threat. Lord Otherworld and a member of Gridania's Keepers of the Entwined Serpents have already begun investigation into the catalyst of this transformation. Though the skies no longer burn and the spread of this affliction is much curtailed, we must remain vigilant. Until the blasphemy threat has been quelled, Alphinaud and Alice have graciously offered to help keep calm the people of Tertium while we attend to the people here. Yep, they've been there. But the matter of the blasphemy is not so easily resolved, I'm afraid. We recently met certain complications that have hindered our plans. Yugiri and Fodola are presently deliberating how best to resolve the situation. Perhaps it would be best if you heard the details directly from them. Oh, they're here?
I should like to join you, if I may. As this endeavor was originally undertaken on Charlian's behalf, I feel it is my responsibility to see this through to its conclusion.
Okay. Alright. Because his children are here. So he's a bit worried. And it's understandable. Speak with Yukiri. Oh, he's here. Let's go. Meh. Oh, they're here. I did not expect to see you here of all places, but I am no less glad for your presence. I presume words of the blasphemy is what brought you here, in which case I believe it may be best if a member of the Reconnaissance Team's guard explain the situation. Oh, that guy! An acquaintance of yours? Long time no see you. Yeah, he used to be a captain of the Guards of the Heroes. I've heard tell you're the worldly sort, but fuck me if I know where you heard my name before. I'm just a lowly sort for hire. Oh, you. Hoping to fathom my purse with a touch of old mercenary works for taking my leave from Limsa. The job sounds simple enough, but, well, I'm sure you won't be here if it would, eh? But you didn't come all the way to hear about me, did ya? Blasphemy rig after is making its nest in the upper reach of the towers of Babel. The Xerxes sector, I believe it was. But it was not alone. A sizable hordes of beasts were cycling around like knights protecting their queen. Actually, we thought to strike from distance before engaging in earnest, but not a single bullet reached its marks. They were protected by some swords, some matters or mystic shrouds, as far as I could figure. Without a keen eye for magic, I didn't see anyone getting through. By the time we understood the fertilities of the situation, within spot retreat was our only option. Pains me to say it, but there won't be any brute force our way through this one. My understanding was, once transformed, these blasphemies are completely devoid of either. With what energies could it recreate such a barrier? I think it's dynamis. That's the question, isn't it? My first thought was some therefore unknown techniques of conjure chills. Needless to say, I'm out of my depth when it comes to matter or magic. Which is precisely why I plan to speak with the elder seeds there when she's arrived. If anyone can help us find a way to overcome the blasphemous protection, yes, sir. In the meantime, could we trouble you to help with a not so small matter of people charging into beasts? The blasphemous hoarding was large enough when we found it. We can't afford for more to join his ranks.
Very well, we shall reconvene with Lord Arthur and discuss strategy.
Alright. Before you go, there's something else you should know about the tower. From the moment we set foot inside, I could swear there was someone or something watching us. I shrugged it off, thinking of figment of my imagination. But in hindsight, I'm not so sure. There's always one. Nothing to worry ourselves about now. But best keep on your guard when we do finally return to tower, eh? Wait. So at that time, how did Urianger and the Loporites, the bunnies, came down? They have to came down from the warp tower, isn't it? Aw. Alright. Okay, I forgot that he's from the Limsa and he is not quite comfort with the cold weather. Understandable. Where is he? Oh, there they are. Arturo, my boy. All right. Ah, Luna, it's good to have you with us, my friend.
Indeed, the road before us is not an easy one, and a woman of your talents will prove invaluable to our efforts. We but recently returned from reconnaissance, wherein we made a few rather surprising discoveries. First and foremost, we were pleased to discover that no one residing within Camp Broken Glass or Tetram have turned, no doubt thanks to the concerted efforts of Maxima, Alfinot, and Alice. However, we have reason to believe those who did turn all hail from Locus Ammonius. You mean Corvus, Guardian's ancestral home? The very same. When the ill efforts of the final day began to manifest there, a number of Guardian refugees from the region sought sanctuary in Galamad. But the capital was already in ruins when they arrived. They were offered asylum, but many refused and instead chose to fend for themselves on the outskirts of the city. We are a mind to go and speak with them directly if you would care to join us. Perhaps together we can learn of what their recent circumstance has triggered such terrible change among their people. Alright. Oh, what is this? Grade 6? Oh, I see. Frozen Hope. Time being of the essence, I believe it is prudent we split into two groups and cover as much ground as we may, as quickly as possible. If you and Master Fortunar would inquire after the people at Victor's spoils, the two of us shall see what we may learn at Liminal Station 4. When you have finished, pray meet us there. Alright. Victor's spoil is the east of here, yes? Let us be off. Please don't let... Oh, thank you. Please don't let it be the... Oops. Please don't let it be the escort mission. Man, I really like this mount. Look at that. Sheeps on the wolves. Wolves on the sheeps.
Okay, where is it? Down there? Frozen Hope? Yeah. Meh. Look at that. So Kalamar is now basically Russia. Oh, this place. I remember. Remember it now. The Evelyn rhyme. Right, where is it? Where is he? That they should choose to reside here in the cold. I can but presume they will not be amenable to conversation. Even so, we must not be deterred. Come. Oh, you don't know that your son and daughter are also here and bad things happened. He doesn't know, I think. Talk? What is there to talk about? We have no home, no future, nothing. This doom spells the end for us all. Come to hear our grievance, have you? If more than you have time to hear that, I'm sure. We have lost not one but two homes, our loved ones, our livelihood. There's nothing left. I served my time with the military, for what? To lose all my friends, my son, and there was enough to show for it but our claim to Locus Ammonius. Or so we thought. Calamity was visited upon us for reasons we know not, and when we thought to flee, it followed on our heels to Galamad, ruin and ash at every turn. Where is the last person? Up there. Can't imagine why you or anyone else would find interest in our troubles. But if you insist, you'll find a great many of the people here were in the military at one time or another. Some retiring with honors, and others without. Sadly, I'm one of the latter. Bore one too many scars in battle. Even so, my contributions were enough to warrant leave to move to Locus Ammonius. Sorry, I talked with one of my friends. It was a land of warmth and bounty. The Corvosi rebellion, admittedly, proved troublesome for a time, but it didn't take long for the the Second Legion to quell their uprising. You could practically drown in the calm and quiet. And then one day the sky came alive and with flame. We were overrun by all manner of foul beasts born of our brothers and sisters. The Second Legion barely had time to assemble their force before they were overrun and snuffed out. We barely escaped with our lives. But we were greeted only with more wreck and ruin on our arrival here.
and we're not the strength to take our home back from the core Volsea the second time. There's nothing left for us anywhere. That's a sad story, isn't it? Did you learn all of how they came to be in such dire straits? Oh, there's a lot of them, Master Fortunate. I see. I heard much of the same. The military force of Locus Ammonius were defeated in the wake of the final days. Desperate to survive, they naturally fled to Galmat seeking sanctuary. It was their hope the might of the Empire would allow them to reclaim the home they were forced to abandon, but the capital was already in ruin when they arrived. Needless to say, the lands they have long believed to be the ancestral home of the Garlean people may remain forever lost to them. Those unfamiliar with the history would believe they have always resided in the bitter cold climes of the northern Ilsabad, but that was only after the core Volsea invaded 800 years period. With the advent of Magitech, I imagine it was all too easy for the Emperor Solus to rally his people and take back what they believed to be rightfully theirs. Yep, Elmet. Yet history would tell us true, that the land they call Locus Ammonius has been known by other names, and served as home to myriad peoples. Indeed, one need to only look back to the elegance reigned in the Third Astral Era to give the lie to Garlean claims of sovereignty. Yet even had there such ancestral ties to Locus Ammonius, antecedents cannot justify their animosity to foreign people. Animosity poorly veiled by delusion of justice, as has been the case for so many nations throughout history. Would that man had the sense of strength or will to break free from such chains of hatred? Wait, this is like Russia and Ukraine. Oh no. Wait, what? Did the FF14 teams predict the future? Oh my. Help! Someone help! They've turned! Another monster. Quickly, Luna. We haven't a moment to lose. Alright, where? Wait, where? Thoughts, what happened? One of my mates seemed unwell, so I thought to come over and look in him. Next thing I know, he... No one appears to be injured. Did he not attack? He just walked off in the direction of the tower, in the daze, as if it was calling to him. He could not have gone far. If you would go after him, I will remain here and see all the account for. Alright, gents, let's go. Where? Oh, there they are. Not they. It is. There it is. Do an ID. Well, clip. Luminous Trevor. The class economy. The economy class. Look at the size of that. It barely fits. The beast is slain then. Thank the heavens. For a blessing, no others have turned. and a measure of calm has been restored. Sorry. Witnesses were able to offer a clue as to the source of the transformation. They claimed the FX was listening to this radio. Even now, it's continued to play the same cryptic message.
Oh, the
Emperor, no more, never again, rise, ashes.
wait. So instead of the Guardians anthem songs, now it's just this. Through this source by radio static, you can hear a voice saying, "The Empire is no more. Never again shall it rise from the ashes." But how is this possible? There are no facilities left standing that could possibly deliver a broadcast. Anima was capable of sending such message. Be that it may, Anima is no more, and the Tower of Babel has fallen into disrepair, by your hand no less. Which begs the question, who, or perhaps what, could be behind this? Luna, Master Fortunaut, a moment if you would. Oh! Shortly after we finished our inquiry at Liminal Station 4, Lord Emmerich and Admiral Melieve arrived and requested an audience. Apologies for our late arrival, knowing firsthand the devastation of which blasphemies are capable. I discussed the matter with the Admiral, and we were on one mind that the situation warranted our immediate presence. Is it safe to presume a representative of survey team has already arrived? Indeed I have. Thank you for coming all this way on such short notice. Recent events here at the camp have proved most enlightening. And then he explains all the things. And this is the formation radio. Empire, no more, ever again, rise, edges. A harsh reminder of their misfortune. Sufficient to push some wayward few over the edge, it would seem. Yet there still remains the question of who is sending this message, and from where. Glory, everlasting, Galamad. For glory everlasting, or Galamad. No, couldn't be. You recognize this message? A mantra often spoken by Lord Nerva. Anyone who lived in the province under his authority could scarcely forget these words. Wait! He sought to claim the throne after the assassination of Emperor Varys? Did he not? After civil war broke out, he all but disappeared according to the intelligence we managed to gather. How could he have managed to breach the tower undetected? To have done so and remain unnoticed by the creatures infesting the tower seems nigh impossible task, unless... Do you think the voice on the radio is blasphemy? Yep. I do, and as it was with Anima, these radios are somehow attuned to whatever signal it emits from the tower. What's more, I believe the true identity of the blasphemy is Nerva, robbed of the throne and forced to watch the empire he longed to command crumble before his very eyes. If such loss did not drive him into the same fate as Quintus, the despair he felt no doubt overcame. Nerva's delusions of grandeur aside, the Garleans plied sought not unlike Sahagin, desperate to preserve their sprawling grounds.
Indeed, though unscrupulous by any measure, the Guardians found solidarity in their ideology, as did the people of Ishgard in the church. Adrift without home or purpose, it is all too easy for despair to take hold. Would that remedy were as simple and as offering them a land as we did with Sahagin. In all likelihood, the Garleans would refuse to settle for aught less than what they believed to be their ancestral home of Locus Ammonius, a claim that Corvosi would readily take arms to denounce. We would do well not to further fan the flames of the animosities twixt them. Then perhaps, at the very least, we can offer them peace of mind, and a mean to regain some resemblance of stability in their lives. To fulfill them true comfort stability, Galamon must be rebuilt. Oh, ladies and gents, we're gonna rebuild Galamon just like Ishgard. By no means an easy solution, but perhaps the only one worthy of pursuit. Of course, this new Galamon must remain a sovereign nation, free from the oversight of others. Aye. That would see no meaning in its otherwise. If I'm not mistaken, Alphinaud and Alice have already made strides in helping the people here regain some normalcy in their day-to-day living. A most important first step, but it will mean little without proper leadership. Rather than a single individual, perhaps a governing body of sorts would prove more effective. Yeah, just like Charlian, because in Charlians they have the forums, right? The forum was erected by 99 members, so it's not just a single person, but it's basically democracy's governing systems, where we have votes and stuffs. But yeah, some people who's in power tends to be a little bit a turd. There are a number of former Senate members among the refugees at the Camp Broken Glass, as I recall. With their help, creating the framework for new governance is not an impossibility. Then let us call the people together and see what they make of our proposal. So they made up the new government without a single person. Okay, so this is a long one. So there's many people from Galamad and the other place himself. The final days have taken much from you all. I can but imagine the pain you feel in the face of such immersible loss. And though the final days have been averted, its effects yet linger, and a blasphemy has been born of your suffering. Decisive action must be taken before further harm is brought upon you. Indeed, to overcome such adversity is too great a task for any one person, but as a people united, there may yet be hope for the morrow. While it is not our place to decide how you will move forward, we would offer a small measure of guidance. We were told a number of former members of your Senate yet remain among you. Would you be amenable to an interim government led by these individuals until such time as Garlemald can be rebuilt? Rebuild Garlemald? Is such a thing truly possible? Even if we do cobble together some governing councils, we won't be making anything of that pile of ash we dare call Garlemald. There's no going back to Locus Ammonius either, rack and ruined. Those are our only options. I realize to rebuild Garlemald is seemingly impossible task, but you didn't need undertake it alone. My children are working with members of the First Legion as we speak to begin an organized relief effort. What is powerful, Mark? And there are others from the province, no doubt, willing to lend their expertise. You need but ask, not as would-be conquerors, but as brothers and sisters of the start, and others will heed your call. If you should still see no merit in the rebuilding of Galamot, then I would instead offer you residency in Charlian. I promise you will be welcome with open arms. Oh, Charlian's open the country. Charlian. So now you're expecting us to go and lick boots in some country we've never ever heard of? My apologies if I appear overly forward in my proposition. Considering our strict policies on no non-intervention until but recently, it is not surprising that you are unfamiliar with my homeland. It is an island nation to the north, home to myriad peoples, which is why I believe it would not prove difficult to accommodate you and yours. To be clear, you would not be migrating to Charlian to live in servitude. You have my word that each and every one of you would be guaranteed citizenship upon entry. Wait! I want that! And why exactly would you go to such length for us? For the conquerors you barely know. I want that! Charlian was long aware of the coming doom that would be the final days, and so we were preparing to evacuate the start, taking as many people and resources as our store would allow. Initially, it was our intent to save the people of the Galamad as well, but we had not forgotten your transgression invading Alamigo, your rejection of our entreaties for peace. After a great deal of deliberation, it was decided that we would forego an invitation to Galamad, a determination made with great trepidation. We had convinced ourselves it was ultimately for the greater good, though I can think of at least one individual who would continue to protest. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. Oh, he caused his father's. Oh, that's Master Luiso's quotation. Sage counseled I bravely cast aside when confronted with the final days in earnest. But Luna here and her companions refused to forsake those we were otherwise unwillingly to save. With great risk to themselves, they achieved the impossible and opened my eyes to the error of the forum's decision. If all other roads lead to ruin regardless, perhaps we should at least consider it. Oh, the grand citizenship. I want that as well. Please, let me move to Charlian. It would be my pleasure to invite you all to Camp Broken Glass, where you shall have warm food and beds of both. Aww. Admiral Merlip and I shall speak with Maxima and the others, and consider how best to assist the Guardians moving forward. Should we broach the subject of the blasphemy, however, we will not hesitate to call upon you. Sure.
There's one left here. Okay, I have to choose. Maybe mine. No, mine is for healing. Usually I go for vitality. But yeah, vitality. Let's go for that. We are tanker after all. Wait, they've granted. Oh, Gallimard. Where is it? 99%. Oh, I have to go there. It's the hunt. Misguided view. With the Guardian's heart at ease, the likelihood of others turning has greatly diminished. That said, it is not cause for us to grow unpleasant. We must needs to find a way to overcome the blasphemy's protective warding. If I understand correctly, a blasphemous behavior is oftentimes influenced by the memories and emotions of their originator, in which case it would be prudent to learn more of the man who birthed this monstrosity. How fortuitous, then, that a number of soldiers from the Third Legion are in our custody. For a mercy, their temperings was not so severous as to be beyond our ability to heal them. They are presently being treated at Camp Broken Glass. Perhaps the camp's intelligence officers can tell us who among them knows aught of Nerva's whereabouts. Right, let's go. 2%. Oh, that's the Huns. Sorry, I'm not gonna go there. 20%. Okay, so we have 25%. Yeah, not doing the hunt. Oh, look at that. Three. Only three. Dang it. Intelligence officers. Alright. I see. Perhaps it's best if you speak with Virgilia, Legatus of the Third Legion. She's still on the mend, but the Chirurgians are unlike to oppose the brief conversation. If you would here a moment. Right? So the role quest is likely the follow-up of Gallimard. Eorzea's champion, I presume, and one of her cohorts. What business have you with me? Ilzabad is faced with imminent crisis, and we believe the knowledge you bear may be the key in stopping it. Thus do we believe the blasphemy to be Nerva. His whereabouts is in the wake of Gallimard's fall, or lack thereof.
given credence to our theory. Lord Nerva? From what we have pieced together thus far, you were one of the last to see him alive. Please, will you not share with us what you know? Very well, though I suspect what meager knowledge I possess shall avail you not. I last spoke with Lord Nerval shortly after the warring with the First Legion began. Cloistered within the lower levels of the Cenaculum Imperialist. Oh man, this name is hard to speak. He spent the better part of the day listening attentively to the radio. He seemed hopeful, or perhaps desperate, for news that the tide might turn in our favor. The next day I left for the front line. It was there I heard a terrible noise, which I presume came from the Tower of Babel. Then darkness took me, and I remember not after that. I was told the radios protect those close to them from effects of the tower, in which case Lord Nerva would have remained unaffected. But he has ever been devoted to Galamad. For glory everlasting, he would say. So it's him then. To watch the empire he loved so dearly crumble. I can think of no one who would be more stricken by the sight. It would seem we were right to assume what became of Nerva. And it does not surprise me that the beast would choose to make its nest within the Tower of Babel. It stands atop the remains of the Imperial Palace, a throne he revered so highly. But the Empire is no more, and Lord Nerva apparently is no longer the man he once was. He deserves to be laid to rest, together with his dreams of glory. We will fell the beast. You have my word. Oh, there they are. Apologies for the interruption. Tiny Senna has arrived, and we're ready to depart. It's good to see you, Luna, Master Fortunate. I have spoke with Lawrence of the ward protecting the blasphemy, and I am quite confident some manner of ether-based magic bars up a path. If I may be so bold, Elder Seetsier, we reached the same conclusion initially, but that simply is not possible. These creatures, born of the final days, are devoid of either. As such, they would be unable to produce such barrier in a manner to which we are accustomed. Do you suppose it possible they manipulate dynamics to achieve a similar effects? Yes, because dynamics is not quite widely known, because it deals with emotions. That's the power of the emotions. I too thought to dismiss the notion of the barrier fueled by ether. That is, until I step foot here in Galamad. Even now I can sense streams of ether flowing toward the tower. Its purpose was, after all, to harvest reserves of energies sufficient to reach the moon. Even if one was incapable of manipulating ether directly, it stands to reason control of the tower would elevate such need. It's merely conjecture, of course. I cannot say for certain until I have examined the currents with my own eyes. Might I ask you to accompany us? Yep, sure. I would join you as well, if I may. My injuries would keep me from being of use in battle, but my knowledge of the land should serve just as well as my blade. Alright. I would not be opposed to your company.
But this is not my decision to make. She may go, so long as she remains under watch by you and the others. Very good. Might I suggest we begin with Regio Urbanissima? I sense the greatest confluence of either in that dignity. Okay. Oh, Nero, I think. Yeah, it's Nero. Yeah, that's Nero, I think, because he was. I recognize his boots, to be precise. Well, yeah, let's go. I think that's Nero. You know what, companion. Not Argos, yeah. Jumping, GP. Okay, let me listen to the song that it makes. System configs, no. Characters, I think. Sound settings, yeah. Oh no, not this one. And they're here. Aldin. Yes, it's Nero, I think. Nero! The date machine is still here. As I thought, the ether stream flow here toward the tower, as do all others in this region, no doubt. So this is like the main road, isn't it? This convergence first began when the Telephalorite erected spires in all corners of Aosia to build the Tower of Babel. But once destroyed, this divergence of ether should have ceased. So it's still running. Alright, whoever you are, if your business is quite here skulking about in the shadows and speaking your piece. Was you there in the tower, wasn't it? It's Nero. Yep, I knew it. My, you're sharper than you look. It's Nero. I recognized you. Nero, yes? Why are you following us? It's Nero, yep. Who said I'm following you? Being a native of Galimot, does it not stand to reason I might be inclined to come and see what has become of my home? I know not what you're scheming, but you're not timed to entertain your games. Perhaps Master Garlands would make better company for you. Spare me, I'm a man of great ambition and greater intellect, far beyond the scope of anything Garland could hope to achieve. He still keeps his head in the clouds, while I would set my sight to the stars beyond. Which is why you snuck into the tower. But like us, you couldn't get past the blasphemy to reach the transporter. Yes, well, I was very much hoping you would dispense with that little obstacle. And having caught winds of your plans, curiosity compelled me to see if you were truly up to the task. Do you have reason to believe we are not? Or perhaps does the great genius Nero meant to dispense with blasphemy himself? Far be it from me to steal your golly having come all this way, but as I am feeling generous, I will tell you what I've learned during my time in the Tower of Babel. I was able to access its system, you see, and discover one of those dreadful spires still appears to be active. Impossible. They all vanished when Anima was destroyed. Yes, and I've heard of your escapades reclaiming the remains of the Emperor. But obviously you failed to reclaim his entire body. As it stands, a piece remains powering a tower of Fabrica. Ah yes, the manufacturing district, just north of the erstwhile Imperial Palace. A rather impressive feast, considering how these lands are so utterly devoid of ether, barely enough to sustain life, let alone the spire. But if one were to use various remains to forcibly create confluence of sorts, precisely, and from what I've gleaned on the tower systems, his heart served as its core. What? So they separate his part, right? The one where in the Tower of Sod, that was his hand. Oh man. Causing not with blood, but with your precious ether. Now Nerva has amassed a surface to shore up his defense. How fortuitous he should find so perfect an impetus for his design, stolen from better minds than his own. How very like him. Oh, did I say that aloud? You'll forgive me if I fail to show concern for your ear. Always, Nero. If what you say is true, these lands could never hope to recover from such paucity of life energies. We must hurry and find Varys' heart. Both spare the land this wanton harvesting and deny the blasphemy the source of its protection. And we to pursue you have any intention of aiding us? As I said, I have no intention of stealing your glory, though I fear victory may soon slip through your fingers if you not act quickly. The Tower of Babel was designed specifically for Anima to serve as its core. Nerva forcing himself upon the system has caused its grow increasingly unstable. If my calculations are correct, and they always are, it will not be long before his presence triggers a system meltdown. The resulting explosion will destroy whatever tenuous streams of ether breathe life into the lands of Galamod. But more importantly, we will lose our only means of reaching the moon. The heavens forever deny my genius. How so very unfortunate. In any event, would seem time is of essence. That's all well and good, but even if we know which district to search, finding the heart would be likely like looking for a needle in a bloody haystack. Actually, I may know where we can start. It's all rather hazy, but I still have vague recollections of my time serving Anima when I was enthralled. We were commanded to erect some manners of facility tucked away in a corner of Fabrica. I remember not what it was for, but it's as good a place as any to begin our search. Certainly sound promising, but surely this facility will be heavily guarded. Then maybe it will be for the best to divide our force. If just four of us, shouldn't prove too difficult to sneak inside and find the heart. Meanwhile, our main force can stand ready to storm the Tower of Babel when the barriers gives out. Leave it to us. So there he goes. This is Livia. What? Very well. We shall return at once. A number of Guardians have left camp for the Tower of Babel. So they've been calling. They have somehow misunderstood the threat of the tower and convinced themselves that Nerva has taken refuge there. Still clinging to their ill-placed patriotism, no doubt. They could not have gone far. If we act quickly, perhaps we can find them before they came to harm. Yarre, yarre. A wise man would not waste his time on a few wayward refugees. I thought you Charlian scholars know better. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably say is not wisdom, sir. You adapted well, then. If it's all the same to you, Luna, I would join you. Okie dokie. I returned to camp and began preparations for our assault on the tower. Okay, what about Nero? And I suppose I should go as well. Typical Nero. Though I am unarmed, I promise not to be a burden. That said, it would behoove us to avoid any undue confrontations, if possible. Now then, let us be off. Yes! Yes, yes, yes. It's... Oh boy. Okay, I have to take a screenshot. Okay, Master Fortunate, could you please come here? Thank you. Right. Sage then. Yep, here's my Sage. Yep, a little bit of SS would do the trick. Thank you. Level 50. Okay, no lookies. Point of interest. Wait, they have a car? I just noticed. They have a car. No trace of them here. Let us keep searching. They have a freaking car! Dang. They have a freaking car. Help! Someone, please! You hear that? Came from over there. Where? Do they have a car? I have a car. But I have a flying car. Despondent refugee. Okay. They are understandably shaken, but otherwise appear to be unharmed. Oh, it's them. It's those three. You're the ones who came to speak with us before. We heard Lord Nerva has returned and was assembling his force in the tower, but it was just an illusion, you guys.
No, not Lord Nerva too. Then there really is nothing left for us. I'll not deny your situation is dire, but you are not without a path forward. I believe your passion and conviction need to rebuild Galimot, if you so choose, or failing that, you could begin life anew in Charlian. Rebuild Galimot? No, there is no point in entertaining so lofty a dream, and we would sooner die than suffer life under the rule of another. So they are devoid of hope then. You would sooner seek death than sanctuary. Your resolve is admirable, but sorely misplaced. If you would not see Galamar rise from the snow and ash here in Ilsabat, might you consider venturing into the new frontier? A new frontier? And where exactly? Is this land rigged for exploration? There, on the moon. Yep. It is our goal to create a repository of man's knowledge there, free from the jurisdiction of any nation. As I understand, the magitech and technological advancements of Galamot were without peer. Your expertise would be indispensable in endeavor. Would you be willing, of course? You really expect us to go and live on the bloody moon? Is such a thing even possible? Have you a better alternative? Lest you forget, Galamoth did not rise to grandeur from complacency in the present or rumination in the past. We live for the future. It is in our blood. Life is not without its hardship, of course. Even I have met with the occasional stumbling block. But even should I stumble, my eyes are forever fixed skyward, seeking even greater heights. The Empire may be lost, but I still possess a great deal of knowledge gained from it, and desire to seek more. The very notion of exploiting the moon is an unprecedented prospect, and that you would balk at the position boggling the mind. Consider this. You have heard that beasts of the final days were born of those hapless souls that have given up on everything, yes? If that is indeed the case, can you tell me why you still stand before me? Yes, because deep down you believe your life is yet worth living. Deep down you long to reach for the unreachable. Ah, yes, right. He has a point though. Or perhaps you don't. If you should choose to lay down and die here in the snow, that's none of my concern. Reach for the unreachable? That sounds like something I would say back at the academy. Alright, we'll go. I suppose it's better than dying here in the snow. As you so cleanly put it. Then we must first dispense with blasphemy that's command the tower. Yep, he has a point. Yeah, this time Neros looks great. It's hard to believe Lord Nerva, of all people, could be turned into one of those monsters. Please, you must stop him. Put his soul to rest. Thank you, and sorry for causing all this trouble. And then there I go. So the moon is basically a space station now. Thank you for your rousing call to action, but I thought you had no interest in meddling in our affairs. What? Lest you misunderstand, I abhor an idea of my countrymen blindly following nobles they know next to nothing about. Besides, it would be a most piteous sign for not a single guardian to be among those venturing to the moon. Who else am I to prevail upon to learn of new findings up there?
Uh oh, it's okay, okay, okay. Spell speed, Tennessee, pity. I think I might have to go with for spell speed. No, Tennessee. Mhm. I told myself I was getting over really, and yet here I am. Okay, Master Fortunate, Forlorn Glory. From what Nero has told us, time is now a luxury we can ill afford. Let us return to Camp Broken Glass. If only for the moment, the others are no doubt finishing their preparations for battle. Yep, let's go. Man, so imagine the moon is now a space station, and everyone of every nations out there exploiting the moons and build a spaceship or something like that. Well, besides the Ragnarok, that would be cool, right? I should hope the others' absence means our proceedings apace. Good, you're here. With the recent arrival of reinforcements, our preparations are all but complete. Oh, Lord Hian! Apologies for our lateness. It seems we are at least in time to help deliver the crushing blow. Aye, and if the fates are kind, this will be the last we see of these damnable blasphemies. Commander Alden, Lord Hian, thank you both for coming. Yes, yes, of course. Understood. Lowlands and the others have reclaimed Varys' heart. The barriers protecting the blasphemy should soon dissipate. Then the time has come at last to storm the Tower of Babel. Let's go. Admiral Melip and Lord Emmerich awaits our arrival at his base. Well, then we should be about it, eh? I suppose this is as good an opportunity as any to keep my hammer from rusting over. Jolly good. I will accompany you as well. As the forum's representative and member of the survey team, I feel it my responsibility to see this through to the end. But you didn't have weapon. I didn't take you for the fighting type. Despite appearance, I am no stranger to the battlefield indeed. I have seen my fair share, traveling the world in service to the forum. Though I may not be equal of Alfinot or Alice, I shall not find ourselves wanting. I can promise you that much. Alright, and where is your sage equipped? Duty support! Duty support! Duty support! When you have all finished your preparations, we shall reconvene at the Esseledem. Man, this name is hard to pronounce. I'm sorry about that. I'm not a native English speaker. Alright. Where? Okay. That. Let's go, let's go. We'll go with a hot. Okay, fate level 82. Let's see here. I haven't done the roulette yet. That's the tower. There he is. Yes. Oh no, I thought it was duty support. Present and account for. Shall we proceed? Save at certain points. Okay. Please note that if you enter battle associated with other quests, this progress will be lost. Level 90s. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And there they are. Nero! Our objective is simple. Locate and eliminate the blasphemy, Nova. Though the barrier guarding him is no more, a number of beasts will surely block the way at the auxiliary section. Oh. He's gaining. Off to a smashing start, I see. It would seem the tower reached its limits sooner than I anticipated. If we're to save the transporter, we must hurry and find Nova. Now! Alright. Otherwise, we can't go to the moon. Wait, so the leaders of all nations, they are here? Okay, who am I playing? I'm playing as myself. You should go without saying, but stay on your guard. There was quite the menageries of horrors when last I was there. Reach the top of Tower Babel. This will be epic. Oh, he has... Okay. Look at that. It's so... Dude, this expansion is so great. You get to fight with other nations. Press on, my friend. Okay. Holy. Look at that.
The path has been revealed. The winds favor us.
Alright. So we have 2 tanks. 1 samurai. Holy. This is so epic. This is so epic. Ladies and gents. Oh my god. Lord here in the samurai. We have 2 tanks here. I shall hold the line here. When you see the opening, take it and do not look back. Nero. Alright, I'm reach. Oh, coming. Stay sharp. Yep, I'm a tank. Oh. You fortunate. So Nero is also a tank. What? What is this? There's no end to them. Go away, Nero. Go away. Why did I open home gang? What the heck? Why did I open it? I misclicked. Okay. Master Fortunate. Come here, come here. Come here, come here. There. Oh, so many of them. Okay. Large one for me. Rotizona. Holy. Damn. Holy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, this doesn't look good. Okay, it looks good now. All right. Is there the last of them? Oh, there's so many of them. Of course not. We can't afford for them to impede our advance any further. Commander Aldin, let us hold him here. Master Fortunate, take the others and go, quickly! Oh, he's a sage. Understood. Wait, he has spare? Oh. There he is. Blasphemer Nova Galfus. Wait, that's the... Live. Live now. Galmad is mine. Mine! Holy. Okay, I have a tank. And we also have another tank. Shadow's Rack. So I think this is... area attack. Yep. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, this is... Yep. Yeah, this is like the last boss of the last dungeon in Shadowbringers. Oh. Thank you. Whoa. You can pull that. Nice. There go Ares. 55. Holy! I want this as individual boss. Dang, it looks cool. Shadow's Wreck is AoE attack. Alright, alright. Fracture Ego, what is it? Okay. Okay, okay. Shadow's Rack. So we have 2 tanks. To me, my legions. What is this? Okay. Holy, what is this? I want that! I want that! Okay, this is like DPS check. Gods be good. This is like the... Okay, he's down. Don't worry, Fortunaut, I can heal myself. Don't worry, Fortunaut. I'm a healer. You can trust me. Another. Okay. Oh, this is just a spammy. Them the flow. And that's done. Man. The role quiz is so good. This one is so good. And that's it. For glory, everlasting indeed. Is it over? Has the danger passed? By a hair's breadth, perhaps, but yes. I'd say we managed to avoid a fairy ruin. Our path to the moon is open once more. The duty of Charlian has ever been to chart the course of history, not to change it. Thus did we fervently hold to our policies of neutrality and non-intervention. In truth, it was all in service to our plans of exodus, to abandon the star to its ruinous fate. Harsh though it may sound, I still believe it was ultimately for the greater good.
Thanks to you and your comrades, however, it was a fate that did not come to pass. Charlian will now find a new way forward, not merely for the preservation of knowledge, but for the betterment of the star and all who call it home. I believe I speak for all of the forums when I say it would be an honor and a privilege to work toward a goal alongside the allied nations. Aye, an age of true and everlasting peace is finally within our grasp, and we will seize it together. Yep, the alliance of Eosia. But the tower is still creepy though. As much as I would enjoy a riveting conversation with AOC as champion, I really must make ready for the moon. Now, if you excuse me. Alright, he's going. Did he consult with Garland's Island Workshop yet? It's a relief to know we have no longer a need for battle. Despite my experience, I must confess I am ill-suited to it. The allied nation leaders, meanwhile, demonstrate an aptitude for combat far and above what I might expect from diplomatic figures. And you, my friend, I see now why you are so well regarded as Eosia's champion. Yep. The others have already begun the arduous journey home, but before you go, I would offer a word of thanks to the both of you. If not for your timely assistance, our plans would be forfeit, and the lands of Elizabeth forever defiled by the blasphemy. Please, I've no need for your platitudes. I labor only to further my own ends, nothing more. We've heard the news. Thank you for everything. With Lord Nerval laid to rest, we have peace of mind to move on without regret. Whoa, the Leperoid! Living way! There you are! Now, what's this I've heard about you cleaning out the Tower of Babel? Are we finally ready to return to the moon? Ah, what fortuitous timing. Allow me to introduce you to Living Way of the Leperoids, Moon Dweller, and Overseer of the survey team. Living Way, these good people will be the Moon's first residents. I trust you and the other Leperoids will take good care of them. Pleased to meet you. Residents? Oh no! I mean, oh yes, splendid. After many long years of planning and preparation, the moon is absolutely, most definitely, ready to accommodate your stay. Good. Good. It's jolly good. Glad to hear it, and apologize for the delay. I must first confer with Lawrence and see to our final preparations, but your residence-to-be and the survey team shall be along ere long. Might I trouble you to relay word of our success to Saribat in Razathan? I should think the tidings are the more heartening coming from you. Until next we meet. Yep. Nero, you go too? Wait, you're not leaving for the moon without me? Yeah, we'll see the follow-up next, ladies and gents. The creepy tower. Okay, it still has a creepy aura. Well, that's it, I think. Let's go back to Razathan. Well, I begin as a tank, so I have to end it as a tank.
Where is it? Shirabat? Okay. So it's true then. The blasphemy in Kaliman has been struck down. They were right to call on you, it seems. And with no other outstanding reports of blasphemy sightings, I dare say you have slain the last of them. Perhaps now we can finally start to put the final days behind us. Strange though that may sound. On behalf of my fellow delegates and the Radiant host, I extend to you our humble thanks. I hope when next I call on you, it will be under more fortuitous circumstance. Alright. Determination, critical hits. I have 4, I have 0 of that. I think I need this determination. And with that, ladies and gents, some of our paths, we finally finished the overall role quest of Endwalker's expansion. So by the time, I humbly thank you guys for this journey of Endwalker's contents. Until next time that the next update hits, I will inform you more about it. But other than that, our other next stream will be about leveling my alt class. As you can see here, only paladins left. Well, maybe white mage, and yeah, black mage as well. And other class, we have like 2 level 40s here. 50 with bars and ninja, 60 with samurai, and yeah, I think that's it. That's it for today's stream, ladies and gents. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you. Wish you guys have a good day, good night, and I'll see you guys on the Tuesday night. Same time, same channel. Thank you kindly. 今日はありがとうございました。また来週ね。